All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving on to quarters, finals, winners bracket here. Now seeing Super Squid move all the way up the ladder here. Super Squid's going to beat Bike Rush Owns, can move on and beat Yamato in round number 2, and is now sitting in the quarterfinals. That's going to be a best of 3. The map order is going to be Frontier, Vault, Mirage. He's going to face off against his opponent, BSafe, who just beat Almirante due to a time constraint, and Almirante bowing out of the tournament. Again, Almirante has already won a cup. He's just kind of playing for points now, but he's already been given that position to play in the Pro League in our postseason here. So kudos for BSafe going toe-to-toe, going 43 minutes against Almirante, who was our champion of our last cup there. But we're now kicking off game number 1 here, going down on Frontier. Quarters, finals, winners bracket. Super Squid versus BSafe. Going down on Frontier here. Again, guys, we have... Go ahead. And guys, if you're not familiar with the rules are going to go as follows. No repeat leaders. 1 ban from each player. We just heard no yap and no anders in the series for either player. 45-minute game timer. 45-second rule. We're going to see Super Squid opt in for Jerome. BSafe opting in for Cutter. Going down on Frontier is game number 1, quarters bracket finals. Quarters bracket. What am I saying? Quarters finals of this winners bracket of the qualifying cup for Europa Halo here. And you
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary BSafetho playing as the terrifying Cutter. Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Super Squid playing as the fabled Jerome.
Generator constructed.
Yeah, really late queue there coming out of Super Squid. I was really curious to see what it looks like. A lot of micro going on. He's trying to challenge for a lot of his power on the map. He's sent off his first Marine to go challenge for BSafe's big bundle there. And it looks like he got his second Marine to be able to go challenge for the second one. But he still hasn't got his first natural bundle in the front there.
We're under attack from ground troops. Receiving fire from ground troops.
Supply pad constructed.
Yeah, but BSafe is coming out of a game against Almirante. He's probably still a little warmed up, probably still a little jittery, but again, BSafe opened up a double supply pad, double Marine, did have a lot of map presence there. He did gather his own power, and he is challenging for the wings there, as Jerome player is going to be starving for power in these first couple of minutes of this game. BSafe now setting a Rax on his 5th slot there, and a supply pad on the forward mini. We're seeing 1 mini to none, and again, it's an Armory 5th build. Gen first coming out of Super Squid.
Marines.
Right, and it looks like BSafe's probably just going to want to spam here as much as he can, knowing that his opponent's most likely going to go leader. He's got to fill up that population, and he's either going to opt in for nades, or opt in for some snipers to try to get an early pick on that leader. And it's definitely going to be a waste of time if that leader does fall T1 for Super Squid. It's definitely going to be a huge advantage for BSafe if that plausible outcome happens.
Spartan mini base complete. Under fire from enemy air units. Mini base complete. Marines are ready to go.
I really wish BSafe would have taken that second double, mini in the sensor there. I mean, you know your opponent's going that leader. He's going to be starving for blue in the beginning, well, because he's queuing up that leader. But he's just allowing his opponent to be able to grab all of the
Getting hit
minis and
from
try to
above.
keep in this game here. Wish he would have taken advantage of a little bit more of a map presence and taken that.
Supply pad constructed.
Jackrabbit, reporting for duty.
Generator constructed.
It looks like he deleted that army, but saved up a little bit to get that second generator down. But he's got to preserve these units. He's such a small population count, 15 population versus nearly 60 population. And BSafe is approaching third point here. It's about halfway there. Yeah, playing a lot of defense and smart play from Super Squid. I mean, you know you got to double gen down. You got to get that turret. You're not really investing into T1 aside from that leader, so you got to preserve it as long as possible. Again, BSafe taking a lot of advantage of a lot of the downtime here. He's gonna grab a couple of nodes here. He's gonna work off to the one to the side here. Just keep kind of busy. And this is what you like to see as you start to try to progress in your skills here. Always try to keep busy. Try to pick some minis, grab some nodes, keep stacking. Follow through with your plan.
Command center upgrade complete. Turret constructed.
Yeah, I just wish BSafe would take that last node there. He does have 3, but gotta keep that pressure on. He's
Our allies are in trouble. Enemy attacking.
Help here!
Turret constructed.
We're under fire over here. Our base is under attack.
I'm being hit by enemy fire.
And it looks like BSafe just he just got a little impatient, got super stagnant, and made up a couple of bad decisions there. Probably should have scouted and read the play a little bit better. Like you said, wasted that ODST. Should have been looking for that leader. Could have still kind of picked it, as it was still T1 when he entered that fight.
Leader power ready. Supply pad upgrade complete.
Combat mechanics researched.
Marines reporting.
Armory constructed. Supply pad upgrade complete.
Marines under attack.
Hey, that nearly hit me! Get down!
Got some vehicles you want dealt with?
Mini base complete.
Let's go. Marines
allies are in trouble.
Wait, Liam, is your mic muted? Can the
Leader
stream
power
hear you?
ready.
Oh yeah, it's because my son walked.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's it's because my son.
This
walked
entire
in, had
time
to
I
leave.
haven't been talking either.
Yeah. Oh well. Nice. Fair enough. Alright, so big engagement going down there. BSafe, both players coming out of it pretty bad, using most of the leader powers, down to 26 population and 20 population as well. But the key difference is that Super does have that Jerome. That Tech 2 Jerome. That means you all didn't get to hear me talking about this mini base that wasn't taken until 7 minutes into the game. BSafe getting pushed right back to his main base now. Does have his Jerome Spartan out, Tech 1 upgraded, and this inspired Jerome is getting really cocky running around the map. Super probably needs to get a couple of Marines out. Now he has map control just to take back some of these power nodes. He is double pumping Warthogs, hasn't built on this mini base yet. Has a decent size eco and probably can opt for an expert.
Taking fire from enemy infantry.
Since he isn't using all of that eco, he can opt for an expert.
I mean, it's very awkward gameplay coming out of it. You've seen BSafe sit on 3 nodes for quite some time. He's had a lot of map control. He's had Super Squid playing defense the entire time. We haven't seen him utilize the map and grab an expo, finish populating, focus on his T2 as he did so well against Almirante. We're just seeing a completely different gameplay coming out of BSafe here. And I don't know if it's because he's assuming so much out of Super Squid after coming out of that game from Almirante. But he's definitely looking on the back foot here as Jerome starts to spiral out of hand for BSafe.
Yeah, maybe he's giving Super a bit too much respect here. Super just missed the Mantis drop and mines there, so didn't manage to get any kills on that army. So BSafe's managing to repop, but Super 19 population, he really needs to start doing something with that eco he's got. Looks like he actually sacked both of his garages, so he has no production right now. He does have Tech 3 though, and that is about to be a Tech 3 Jerome. That's going to be difficult to deal with, especially if he can get rid of the Mantis and land some of those Mantis drops.
Fire base
I mean, again, this
constructed.
is such an aggressive map, and BSafe took an
Air pad
aggressive
constructed.
approach, but he just didn't scout and get the information that he wanted. Like he pushed in and wasted the ODST in T1 like that when he could have caught the
complete.
leader. He's had more than enough time to be able to expand, but he's going to opt to expand
Our base
in
is
such
under
a
attack.
hostile time. Again, this is just some very awkward gameplay coming out of BSafe, and again, like you said, he's probably respecting Super a little too much coming out of that game versus Almirante, going 45 minutes toe-to-toe in round 2 there. But it's just definitely a sorry sight to see, especially him playing so well, and then just not taking the same approach in this quarterfinals round 1 game.
Well, BSafe's going to get a free pick on this expo right now. Super's out of position, that expo does fall. But I've noticed BSafe does not like to expo with Cutter. He'd rather get like Tech 3 and all his drops and keep his eco before actually getting an expo built up.
Yeah, and it looks like BSafe's just kind of taking this approach of you know, playing a very cliche Cutter here, staying on one base, keep your opponent
Generator
on one
constructed.
base, but it's just not working out as Jerome unit itself is just a hard time to deal with, and he's got Hogs to accent here, so he's got to opt in for anti-vehicle as well as trying to figure out a way to catch that leader by itself. Again, such great map control in the beginning, and he just kind of forfeited it over as Jerome is catching on up. He is in T3 here, like he said.
I mean, I would have rather kept Super to keep on Hogs. He's gone to Hornets pretty early, and there's still a lot of Combat Tech Marines out. No Wolverines, however. Just got Wingman on them as well, but he's triple building Airpad Hornets right now. Against a Cutter army that is heavily Combat Tech Marines. No Wolverines. BSafe's going to be picking up his expert, getting a fair generator and upgrading it.
Yeah, this all could have happened 6 minutes ago because BSafe had pure map control and should have read the defense coming out of Super Squid. And he's such a high tier player that all of this is a lot of easy reads for him. But again, it looks like he's just approaching.
Big
it
drop coming down for
very
BSafe
respectful
with the
manner.
Archer missiles as well. Obviously, these drops can't stun the Hornets, but the Archer missile did get a good stun there. And the counter drop from Super. The Salvo goes down with the mines and the victory turret. BSafe just walks straight into it. Still has the population lead though. Super actually hasn't passed 40 population this game. BSafe sitting on 75 to 28 right now. Still big engagement coming down. BSafe's going to continue to push this army. And this is what I mean. Like, Super committed to Hornets. And these are Tech 0 Hornets with Wingman. And they're dealing with infantry level 2 Marines right now with combat tech. So they just all got absolutely slaughtered. And guys, this is why air is not OP until at least very, very late game.
Our base is under attack.
It was a very early transition. He did well to stay on Hogs. He had a lot of blue. Maybe commit to some Kodiaks as well to help deal with these this infantry ball.
Right, especially knowing that you're on the back foot like that. Kodiaks would have been a great option. Micro in a couple of those Hogs out to be able to go pick some minis on the backside of BSafe. Start to draw your opponent away from the center of the map that you have not had the entire time. But again, he's just kind of all unising and balling up and sticking to his Jerome. We're kind of seeing the outcome of that here. Again, this is quarters bracket, winners finals. BSafe versus Super Squid, game 1 going down on Frontier. Very awkward game to say the least.
Not sure I agree with Squid's expert there. It's right next to BSafe's army, which was busy getting healed up at the spire. Going to be taking that close node as well. Looks like it's not going to get scouted. BSafe is running the opposite direction. But I mean, what the hell is going on from Super right now? He's had some good engagements. He's just refusing to build units. He just sacked 2 Hornets on a bunch of Marines. He has 11 population. Looks like he's saving up for an Omega team. But normally you want an army to support this Omega team. And he literally just has nothing right now. Going to be pushing up. He has 2700 power, 2200 blue. Got in the engagement, and there it is. There's the Omega team with the mines. Going to be getting some good stuns off, but BSafe does manage to micro out of the mines there with not too much trouble. Terrible slam coming down from one of the Spartans. Completely misses the army. Super is going to engage and chase it though. BSafe's just going to back off to his Expert. Expert does have one turret upgraded to anti-infantry right now. Super has not committed to build on his Expert as of yet. It's like he's struggling a bit in the production department. Not building the units, not ecoing properly. BSafe going to be picking up a third base while Super is busy in the center of the map trying to take down a mini base. Doesn't actually manage to kill a mini base, but he's going to walk away from it. And this is all he has at the moment. 4 Spartans, a Mantis, and a Nightingale to deal with this huge ball of Marines with drops.
It looks like both players were just in great positions to be able to take a lot of map control, to be able to accent either of their leader picks here. But again, it's just such awkward gameplay coming out of both players. Squid playing defensive and not being aggressive when he should. BSafe overly aggressive and choosing wrong fights.
Supply pad constructed.
Now, Super sitting on a lot of power. He has got his Expo built and upgraded now. BSafe has scouted it, but BSafe's also getting a third base next to the base of Super. Now, that could be dangerous if he doesn't go over there and take it out. Super's kind of just sat wiggling around in the middle of the map.
Let me know where I'm needed.
But it looks like BSafe isn't in a stronger position right now. As a black bar mini base does get killed as the armory tries to come upon it, probably looking for some reinforcements.
Receiving fire from ground troops. Need assist.
I'm barely watching the Omega fight.
Supply pad constructed.
That's nice. So we're going to see another engagement coming down in the center here. Victory turret comes down, but does miss. Second victory turret misses as well. Salvo hits 2 Nightingales, but not the army. Archer missiles misses as well. There's a lot of misplaced leader powers right now. ODST drop does manage to catch 3 of those Spartans though. I do favour BSafe in this engagement. I mean, he doesn't have any anti-infantry snipers or anything. Heal goes down. Looks like the heal is for BSafe. These Spartans are actually putting in a lot of work on these Marines.
Under assault by infantry.
Oh, Leon walks into the ODST mines and he does fall. This looks like it could be the game-ending push once this ODST army is gone. Super has just refused to build any units.
Engaging enemy infantry.
The second span for Omega Team falls. Slam comes in. Should have a close air support. He's sitting on 3k blue right now. He's about to get a leader power, so that is going to be the close air support, and that is probably going to seal out this game.
Like old times.
Leader point earned.
Attack from the enemy.
There comes the close air support. BSafe with a comfortable 91 population. Super down to 22 with a red bar Spartan. There is nothing he can do to stop BSafe here.
Our base is under attack.
But he's still going to hang on.
Researched.
See this out. But this base is most likely going to fall.
Under leader power ready.
There comes some mans from Super. Manus drop is 3/4 of the way. Looks like that's what he's relying on. And that's what he's relied on the whole game. A tech-free Jerome. Spartan morale goes down on the Jerome now. Super's main base falls while BSafe is sitting on 3 bases to 1. Another big drop from BSafe there. Going to pick off the
Got an enemy
Jerome.
vehicle on my 6.
Manus drop comes down, catches a couple of units. Not too dangerous for BSafe. But he does get him in the Manus in time. That's probably the best bit of micro we've seen from Super this
Got
whole
enemy
game.
Vehicles on me. Over.
But the Manus falls, Jerome falls, and Super resigns. BSafe taking the game 1-0 in this best of 3 quarterfinals game. You can just resign now.
Yeah, I did. Definitely some awkward gameplay coming out of both players. It looks like there was some confusion coming out of Super Squid as he was trying to deal with the situation. But it looked like BSafe kind of overcompensated for Super Squid's skill there. And picked a couple of bad fights. But again, that is quarterfinals winners bracket. Game 1 going down in the books. It's going to be in favor for BSafe. We're now jumping on to Vault. Game number 2 here. Again, guys, these are Europa Halo style rules. It's going to be no repeat leaders. The bans, 1 leader ban for each player. The bans are going to be no Anders and no Yap Yap. 45-minute game timer, 45-second DC rule. We are sitting in quarters final of winners bracket. And this is our 3rd qualifying cup for post-season. This is the last chance to stack up as many points to be able to qualify in either the Pro League or the lower league, which is going to be the Dev League there. And again, if you've won a tournament already, you should automatically be placed into the Pro League. So Almirante and Mike Bisson have already been sat in that seat. We saw Almirante sign up for the 3rd cup here, but he did drop out early, so there is still a guaranteed 3rd spot for any player participating in today's tournament. Again, guys, we've announced the 2v2 tournament. Type in exclamation point 2v2 down below. 16-man single elimination with a $50 prize. Start getting one of your buddies to start practicing, getting those reps in. That will be going down October 19th. Again, exclamation point 2v2 if you would like to participate and sign up for that tournament.
Alright, so we're going to be moving on to game number 2 now in this best of 3 quarterfinals game between Super Squid and BSafe, also known as Keith Schwett. Currently 1-0 up. We're going to be playing Vault.
Vault on game number 2. Looks like BSafe was already opted in for his leader. Looks like Super Squid's trying to get his bearings here as he tries to decide on a final pick for his leader. Your stream's lagging too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it's choppy in that fight.
Alright, game number 2, we've seen Kansana vs Forge. This is a complete leader screw for BSafe. So Super might stand a chance. He is the lower seed in this, and remember, Yap Yap and Anders are banned. So we will be starting over in the red with BSafetho.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary BSafetho playing as the terrifying Kinsano.
And over in the blue,
Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Super Squid playing as the fabled Forge.
Jackrabbit, raring to go.
Again, guys, the matchup is going to be Forge versus Kinsano, and it looks like the rules were almost switched here. This looks like something BSafe would have opted in for this map. It was actually Super Squid that opted in for Forge. BSafe opting in for Kinsano, so this is definitely a hard leader through for BSafe, especially for this large map like this, as Kinsano's Hogs do not contest very well against Forge's normal Hogs. But we'll see how this matchup does go down here. We're going to see Super Squid open a Gen 2nd build. BSafe did open a
Supply pad
triple supply pad.
oh, cheeky from Super as well. He gets a mini steal on BSafe. Right next to his main base as well.
Alright, and that's coming out of Forge there, so it's definitely some different gameplay. Again, that had to be an eye-opener for BSafe to be able to try to adjust his gameplay, as he did struggle in that last game. Especially coming out of a 45-minute game along with all Morante going toe-to-toe with him there.
Yeah, BSafe scouts that as well. He opted for the double mini and the single mini on the right-hand side of the map. It looks like he's going to be picking up some more minis on the left as well to secure a mini base lead, hopefully, for him. So he did pick up the mini base closest to his base, so that is not going to get stolen. I mean, what you really want to do with Forge is go double gen into Hogs, especially on this map. But no, Super is actually opting for a barracks on this base, and since BSafe has already completed all 5 pads on his base, he will have to sack one to get a barracks up, or a turret, which he actually isn't opting to do right now. He might be caught out.
He's got a couple of options here. He's got to either opt in for rabbits, but he's definitely going to try to do something very big here in T1. But he's grabbing a lot of minis, which gives his opponent a lot of things to look at. So there's definitely some different gameplay here, but that rack's coming down is going to be a lot of pressure. And he's probably going to have to opt in for a turret or some jackrabbits to be able to try to counter that. But it's going to be an issue here for the next minute and a half to 2 minutes or so for BSafe, as the Rax is sitting right outside of his main.
Fez Flamer coming in, probably needs to build jackrabbits at this point because he has no turret. No turret, no barracks.
Supply pad constructed.
Under hostile vehicle fire. Do you read?
Yeah, one Flamer already on the base. Super got his double gen up as well, so this is kind of just a distraction to probably help him get into Tech 2, really. He's almost 100 power away from Tech 2, and BSafe is now spamming jackrabbits.
Right, and this is something that you probably would see the Kinsano opt in for, to steal a mini base like this, start popping some flamers, and try to follow up in T1 to try to sack one of those gens. But you know, Forge player coming out with this, his eco is doing fantastic due to the fact of Forge's points there. He's going to be able to still be able to tech while being applying suppression and buy him some more time as he tries to opt in for that T2 gameplay.
Super now upgrading to Tech 2. Can literally just spam Hogs against Kinsano and probably win this. Especially since BSafe went upgraded Jackrabbit, so he's going to have to build a lot of them.
Yeah, he that support drone.
Yeah, he's going to have to build a lot of them to shut down any early Hogs, especially if there's a Forge Hog to support them as well. Probably should be seeing an armory come up from Super anytime soon. Yeah, he quickly sacked the barracks and went into a supply pad. The gen is half health, so that's important to note for later in the game. Garage and barrack, garage and armory going down on the main base for Super Squid now. But BSafe's going to be so far behind in tech.
Even with mass rabbits, it's going to be a large issue for BSafe. I mean, he still's got that mini to worry about in the background there. These hogs are going to start pumping out, and the leader's going to come back on, be able to accent those hogs as well. It's going to be a huge issue for BSafe.
Yeah, he's committed. So he's going to be committing a lot of blue to this, and he's already committed 450 for the support drone upgrade, and all of that could literally disappear with an anvil round and a scatter bomb, and then 100%. The game's gone, lost because of the hog numbers. The armory got swapped to the mini actually, so he wants the Forge Hog out earlier. Hog's already rolling out. Mini base is going to get picked off by BSafe, and there is a turret coming up on the main base, but I really don't fancy him to pull back into this one once those hog numbers are up. I'm not sure what he's going to do as Kinsano.
Jackrabbit fueled, tuned, and
Well, it's going to come down to decision making here. We've seen Super Squid make some questionable decision making, but if he can follow up correctly with his game plan here, he should be okay. He can't get too distracted by too many mini bases, and he can't get distracted by these rabbits here. So again, it's going to come down to a decision making a plan here that Super Squid's got to be able to follow through with.
Yeah, there is 14 Jackrabbits upgraded now. Be safe. Building more as well. 2 more on the way out. They're still 300 power away from Tech 2, but I think the only way he can probably pull back into this is with Red Line, Cyclops, and Gales. He's going to have to commit to Cyclops at this point unless he can pick off this Forge Hog. Doesn't have Anvil round yet. So that was good timing, but there is an anti-vehicle turret here with 5 Hogs to push this off.
Anvil round upgrade complete.
And that's how easy it's going to be. 17 Jackrabbits pushed off by a turret, 5 Hogs, and a Forge Hog. No power.
Yeah, and again, this is gonna. Safe's really got to play that eco game. He's really got to hurt Squid's eco here instead of trying to apply a heads-up fight with some stun lock. So it's definitely a hard time for BSafe either way, seeing how he's trying to make the best of the situation here.
Good turret drop catches the Forge Hog there. No follow-up though, and that's what we saw last game as well. Every leader power from BSafe against Almirante, against Super, there was just no follow-up with the army. Always getting good stuns, but just never following up. Can be the difference between winning and losing in these games.
Command center.
That's the one thing I do remember from Scoot, man. Don't use leader powers that you cannot follow up with.
And he was perfectly right.
100% facts. Yeah,
and there is the Anvil round and Scatter Bomb, and look how quickly those Jackrabbits got shredded. The Forge Hog is weak, so Super doing well at splitting the Hogs up front and the Forge Hog back. Needs to regenerate that shield. BSafe does get in Tech 2. Going to be committing to an air pad, so probably going to be committing to Hornets, early Hornets here.
Yeah, I really wish he would have decided to get into Tech to try and match Forge's Tech. And played a little defense with the turret or so to be able to defend that and get these Hornets out earlier. I mean, Consano's Red Light Hornets would be such a great option, and for them to be out just as soon as those Hogs would have been out would have been a great choice here.
Does have a barracks on this mini as well. That Forge Hog shield is red bar and the shield is half health. Gets caught out one more time and he could die, but now Super doing a good job at clearing the minis. Going to start clawing his way back into this space. He's comfortable to get an expo right now. We should probably look at that to help his eco. He has rolling economy, grade all your pads, get a better eco, and snowball the game.
Our base is under attack.
Keep talking.
Right, a couple of early wolves help as well for Super. Especially, no, he hasn't gone back and scouted the base, so he doesn't know double air pads coming. A couple of Cyclops is going to get picked off at this double mini here, and that double mini is going to fall. Single mini falls as well. Super picks up an expo on top of that, so slowly but surely it is tipping further and further into Super's favour. Yeah, Hornets
this is just that kind of inevitable. Yeah, it's definitely the inevitable push coming out of Super Squid, and again he's making the correct choices, taking the map back. Kind of just choking his opponent out here is, again, Consano doesn't have a lot of options to be able to fight what's going on the field right now.
And this was all down to Super stealing that mini base. BSafe had to react. He had no defense at home. He was forced to go into Jackrabbits to actually defend against the Flame Air Rush on his base. But Super cleverly only built 2 and then got rid of the barracks, where BSafe fully committed to the support drone, putting behind on Tech, and now we've got 48 population of Hogs out now. Again, no expo from BSafe. He doesn't like to expo in games early on, but he can't defend it anyway.
It just depends on the it just depends on the player he's playing. Cause we have seen him, like Almirante. He chose a perfect timing, took some downtime to be able to take an expansion. He knew he had the population to be able to defend it. But yeah, this is definitely just a bad map and a bad matchup for BSafe all around.
Probably saving up eco now for his drops. The armory coming up, so Kinsana Cyclops is going to slowly start getting air upgrades and then come out. He's actually going double armory. Interesting. So he wants his hero out and upgraded as quickly as possible. Remember, there is about to be an anti-vehicle turret on this base. Hogs are pushed up to it. They could clear that out, but Super's actually going for the army. He hasn't re-healed the Forge Hog. Forge Hog is gonna fall.
Our allies are in trouble.
Aviram goes down with a scatter bomb. The Hornets are sat in that scatter bomb as they try and pick off the Forchog. Forchog goes down. There's a lot of red bars there in terms of Hornets. High torque upgrade coming on the main base, but the Kinsana Cyclops is going to get cancelled on the mini base due to being killed by these Warhogs. There comes a Flame Hog, going to stun a few of those Hogs. Not going to be able to do much damage to them, but they will get off some rams. A lot of Hornets here from BSafe now. No Wolverines from Super. Are you going to take free? No, he's now only just started to build Wolverines, while all of his Hogs just got completely wiped. So Super had the advantage, and now he just threw it all away. All he managed to take from that is kill the mini base closest to BSafe's base, which he's about to pick back up. Has the Expo with the triple gen on, but really no units to help defend against this ball of Hornets now.
Someone give me a hand with these vehicles.
Yeah, 2 Wolverines, they are red bar, so he's going to start pushing them. Forchog back out on the field. Super isn't building any units. He's got 1200 blue, and we saw this in the Frontier game as well. He wasn't building units, even though he had an advantage in the game. After he just lost all of those units there, he really needs to be spamming units, trying to repopulate. He has what? He has an air pad, getting wingman, getting a second air pad up. So he's completely stopping. The production of Hogs now, and this is what we call a hard transition. He's not slowly trickling the Hornets in. He's literally stopping his Warthog production on 20 population and then going straight into Hornets. So the better transition would be to continuously build Hogs while you get your upgrades for the Hornets, and then swap into Hornets.
Airpad constructed.
And BSafe already has the Hornet lead.
Our allies are in trouble.
Now clearing on the mini bases, just took out a double and a single. Could probably expo right now as well. Both players are similar population, both 40-ish population each. And BSafe is going to be pushing up to the main base. He has a leader power. It looks like he's saving it, whether he needs to go for Inferno or his big drop. Cannot afford the big drop, so most likely Inferno. But here is the defensive push from Super. Now going to push the Hornets off and the leader. He has a mixed army here. 3 Wolves, Forge, a couple of Hornets.
Nightingale here. Show me where you want.
So Super does get a good pick on a couple of units there.
Upgrade complete.
It's like, did he just get a tech free? He's about to get a tech free Forchog. Gauss Cannon Forchog about to be out on the map.
Upgrade complete.
Supply pad constructed.
So no power nodes yet picked up from either of these players.
Supply pad constructed.
BSafe gonna start taking his first one with his leader.
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Super now does have the population lead. BSafe looks like he is saving up for that big drop.
Mini base constructed.
And that big Kinsana drop can completely change an engagement as well.
Our base is under attack.
Okay, BSafe doing the better job at harassing here. He's about to take down another double mini. We're going to see an engagement coming down as BSafe moves towards Super's Expo. Tech free Forchog picks off the flame hole. And there comes the big drop with the flame wall, but the scatter bomb is going down as well. BSafe sits in the scatter bomb. He's going to lose his big drop. Everything dies to the scatter bomb there. And the other round coming down as well. And this is the engagements, probably to decide the game. Super getting pushed off. The Forchog is weak, but there's a lot of Hornets here with 3 Nightingales. The smoke going down.
Our allies are in trouble.
Turret drop does miss from BSafe, doesn't catch the Forchog. And somebody resigned. Says red victory, but it's normally blue. With the glitch, yeah, so BSafe actually resigns there. And Super Squid is going to turn the game 1-1. And let's just go have a look back at the deciding engagement there. And there comes the big drop with the flame wall, but the
There you see it.
scatter bomb is going down as well. BSafe sits in the scatter bomb. He's going to lose his big drop. Everything
And the
dies
scatter
to the
bomb
scatter bomb
counter.
there.
BSafe lose most of his army.
And the other round
Just
coming down.
resigns in that engagement there.
I mean, you got to commend BSafe for trying the best that he can. It's definitely a leader screw, and definitely caught off guard with that mini steal and try to catch back up, try to get a nice transition there. Did the best that he could do of an awful situation. But again, that game number 2 is going to go to Super Squid and tie up the quarterfinals winners bracket here. As we're going to take it to game number 3, and that's going to go down here on Mirage. Again, no repeat leaders. We're going to see no Yap or no Anders as the leader bands, a 45-minute game timer and a 45-second DC rule. Again, with winners bracket finals, quarterfinals. I mean, not winner brackets final, quarterfinals. We're seeing game number 3 here. Definitely some very awkward gameplay coming out of both players, especially being for a quarters final. Some gameplay here. I mean, we're seeing, I don't know if BSafe is gassed out just a little bit. But again, you got to commend him for trying the best that he can to try to stay in that very, very bad matchup on a very, very bad map. So hopefully he opts in for a better decision here for a leader, as he did choose Cansano on Vault. Kind of hoping that his opponent probably would opt in for maybe a banished pick there.
Yeah, so that game, I'd have been disappointed if Super didn't win that game. He definitely had the leader advantage. He did manage to seal it out with that final engagement and did tie the series up at 1-1. Now going to game 3 Mirage. We're just waiting on the players. Remember, Yap Yap and Anders are banned. This is the Europa Halo Wars Qualifier 3. And this is going to give qualifier points to qualify for the Pro League and the Dev League, which actually start on November 2nd. Remember, guys, as well, we have a 2v2 tournament, which is open to all teams, running on the 19th of October. That's going to be a Saturday.
But again, that's a 16 team single elimination tournament with a $50 prize sitting for the winning team there. Again, if you want to find out that information, you can type in !2v2 down below to be able to caught up with that. And again, this is the last qualifying cup, so we window down here and try to progress into the postseason. Almirante did bow out, so there is a third guaranteed seat for the winner of today's tournament. Again, we are in the winners bracket quarterfinal, going into game number 3, BSafe versus Super Squid. Just waiting on Super Squid to pick his opponent here, guys. If you feel like, if you're enjoying the content, you can go ahead and donate down below by typing in !donate. All proceeds will go to the postseason pot for the champion of Europa's Halo World Series here. But we're going to kick things off in this third qualifying cup, the last of this season. BSafe versus Super Squid in game number 3 in the quarters final.
Oh.
And again, we're seeing we're seeing the bans being no Anders and no Yap Yap, and BSafe opting in for Decimus on Mirage versus Super Squid's Cansano.
Oh man, he got leader screwed last game. Now he pulls out.
I was about to say,
After the Anders ban, the best. I mean, Anders and Yap Yap are banned, so he pulls out the next best leader in the game. So in the blue, in the red, sorry.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the
We're excited there.
BSafetho playing as the terrifying Decimus.
I'll talk first.
And in the blue,
Spawning in the blue corner,
Supply
we have
pad
the
constructed.
amazing Super Squid playing as the fabled Cansano.
Awesome. So Super Squid's gonna opt in for a Jackrat opener along with a double supply pad. Got his rally point to try to secure his own mini there. And it looks like if we take a look at BSafe's base, he's opted in for double supply pad and a chopper opener.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
yes, that was super. We got double supply pad Jen. Really, he's probably confused what he's going to do in this matchup, especially when it gets late game. It's going to be really difficult. He's going to have to go hard on Tech 1 to try and win this.
Yeah,
Chopper
it
already
looks
stealing
like
his
that's-
resources.
Generator
Stealing his
constructed.
resources already. It looks like he's going to try to play some defensive gameplay, and he's definitely got to make a big push here in T1 to try to hurt Jesse, and then kind of follow up with some drops as they proceed along the leader wheel there. But I mean, either way, this is just a bad matchup, and we'll see the best way that Super Squid can try to approach it through his thought process here.
I mean, BSafe did manage to take Super's power, which is about 200 power there, but Super did manage to take the big bundle
Generator
in the middle.
upgrade
So it's
complete.
100 power. So BSafe got 200 power off the map,
base is
Super got
under attack.
150. They're slightly ahead.
Right. And Super Squid's got eyes everywhere on the map right now. He's secured his own minis. He was in a position to steal a mini, and BSafe is barely grabbing his minis now. I mean, we're seeing him open up a double supply pad gen. He should have been able to afford these minis really early on. It starts pumping some early T1, and Decimus could definitely have that vortex and beam to be able to follow up with some early aggression.
Yeah, so Super does pick up the double mini in the center of the map. He also puts down a second gen.
Under attack from enemy
Now, I was
vehicles.
going to say that Mirage is a good UNSC
Mini
map
base
because of the
complete.
garrisons in the middle. You can put snipers in them and stuff like that. But it looks like BSafe's actually committing to choppers. So any flamers or any snipers that come out for Super Squid are going to get
Generator
pretty much
constructed.
immediately denied. And he really needs to have a heavy Tech 1 push. If he's going to have any chance to win this game, he needs to set Decimus back.
I mean, BSafe, I mean, Super Squid just kind of lucked out here. He got that entire bundle at the top mid, was able to grab 3 minis and set a second generator down before BSafe could pick up his 2 minis there. So BSafe's definitely got to get some micro going on here. He's got to get these choppers online. He's got to have them support these brutes as they slowly start to pick away at Super
Our
Squid
base is
here.
under
But
attack.
BSafe already, in
Supply
my
pad
opinion, not in
constructed.
the best position as he did lose a lot of that map control.
He needs to cancel that sniper. He's going to let it build. I mean, the choppers immediately swarm the barracks. He didn't lock the base either, did he? Maybe just in time. Looks like he did lock the base. So there is a sniper in there, but it's a bit of a waste. He's got nothing to deal with these choppers right now.
Yeah, BSafe ecoing very well. He's upgraded all his supply pads at home to be able to start affording these choppers as they're going
Our
to slowly
base is
start to
under
slow in
attack.
and outpopulate
Grenade throw
Super
researched.
Squid here. But again, you know, such a late start for BSafe, and it looks like he's kind of snowballing back in to a good timing here.
Yeah, so Super did commit to grenade throw. He's now locking this middle mini. He's unlocking. Grenade throw is out with these Marines. The sniper's actually going to make it to the garrison. Flame drop comes down on the choppers. Going to get some good stuns there, but there is a jump pack brute. He didn't put the sniper in the garrison! Oh my god, he's just stood outside! The
Our base is under
sniper
attack.
might get picked off. Yeah, but again, a bit of lackluster micro from Super there. In the end, he actually started picking up the blue with the sniper, and then he jumped in the garrison. So, dangerous plays. Did keep him alive, though.
Yeah, I mean, he is playing on keyboard or mouse. Both players on PC, but you're definitely seeing the micro difference here as BSafe is very versed in the controller and his leader choices as well. Again, but Super is trying to make the best of this situation as that he can. He is playing Decimus.
He's just throwing away
Playing
units
versus
right
Decimus
now.
as Consana.
Yeah, he's
That's
just throwing
basically
away
what's gonna be
units.
happening.
It's not looking good
These,
for him.
these choppers are going to be very a huge problem,
Our
and
base
he's got
is
to
under
mass
attack.
enough units and be able to catch a good position to be able to catch them with grenades. But again, Vortex is going to change the tide. Even if BSafe was caught out of position in the choke point, easily save it by going ahead and vortexing and following up with the chopper ramps.
So the double mini does fall, the jump up brute dies, but the choppers managed to pick it off. Super is sitting on 18 population to be saved 31. And the mobility of these choppers are just going to give him great map control now, especially if he can pick up that double mini as well. Already sacked his raid camp, getting straight up on the main base. And this is not looking good for Super. Like I said, you really want to win the game on Tech 1 and set Decimus back, but it's the complete opposite. BSafe has set Kinsano back here.
I mean, BSafe definitely relinquished a lot of the map. I mean, he gave him both his own, his natural minis. He took the double mini, and gave up the double mini in the center as well. And BSafe forced this engagement. He forced him to spam choppers and try to take the minis back. Whereas in my opinion, I think he could have taken 3 mini bases and have been on Super Squid's side of the map already. But again, BSafe made this decision. We're seeing the outcome of it. But as these leader points kind of roll along, Desi's definitely going to scale better than Super Squid.
Our base is under
So we have
attack.
Flamehogs coming out for Super. He's already in Tech 2. BSafe just got Tech 2 slightly behind, but I mean, he has the units to control the map. Vortex going down as the mini base unlocks, going to catch the Cyclops and the 2 Marines. Flame Drop coming down, going to stun a couple of the choppers, not too much. And BSafe is picking up an expert.
Their troops are attacking me!
Keep talking.
Yeah, I forgot. So Kinsana Cyclops, 40 seconds out. No Warlord yet from BSafe by the looks of things. Going to be going into double Marauder.
Our
There we
base
go,
is
the
under
armory for BSafe is on the centre. So the Warlord, if he can catch Kinsana with that Tech 2 upgrade, she does get pretty fast. But if he can catch her, he can pull her in, slam her, vortex her, pretty much do whatever he wants with her, have his way with her. BSafe now getting an Apex in the centre as well. So double Marauder, Apex and Warlord looks like to be the composition that BSafe is going for. Expert up and running. Has a good lead. No power nodes from either player again.
ready to burn.
And as soon as that Boundless Siphon comes online, things can get really out of hand. BSafe just going to sacrifice his choppers there to get some rams off on the Flame Hogs. Red Bar's one, doesn't manage to kill it. Marauder here on his own as well. That's going to be a good pick off for Super. Every kill counts for him right now.
Upgrade complete.
Inside Cyclops upgraded. Super hasn't actually upgraded the supply pads on his main base. Should do that with the spare power he has. Sniper's going to be getting in the garrison. That's going to be 2 snipers. Warlord is out now. Doesn't have his upgrade. Slam does go down. Catches the Cyclops. 2 Marines. Has an NG to support this Warlord. Kitana Cyclops here, but she is upgraded. Yeah, Hammer Pull's only 10 seconds out. If he can pick off this Warlord before he gets that upgrade.
Our base is under attack.
Warlord running away, shields down. Kitana Cyclops is going to chase. Good Hell Drop comes down and stuns the Warlord there.
Our warlord is at low health.
And the Warlord does fall. Looks like Super might get a free mini base pick on this double mini here as well, but BSafe's expert is upgraded with a shield gen 10 seconds out. So Super is now going to take the middle. Probably wants to pick up his power nodes as well. He is lacking in the power department. He's got high torque joint being upgraded. Still not upgraded these supply pads. And that shield gen does come up on the Expo for BSafe right near the middle, so he's pretty safe there. But a couple of Kodiaks and snipers would work pretty well on this ledge. Before he gets that upgrade, replaying lethal, don't worry.
Our base is under attack.
While I'm running away, shields down. Kitana Cyclops, he's going to chase. Good Hell Drop comes down and stuns the Warlord there.
Our warlord is at low health.
And the Warlord.
I'm being pestered by ground troops.
So there we saw the Warlord fall and Super actually get a foothold in this game. Taking the middle, going to start picking up his own expo now. Both players on 56 population, and Super is actually starting to take the nodes, like I said. Did lose the Tech 1 game.
Our base is under attack.
But looks like he's starting to pull back slightly. At least before the Desi drop and the Boundless Siphon kicks in. The Warlord was a good pick for him. He picked off a couple of Marauders, and he is catching BSafe off guard a little bit. Now we have about 8 Marauders with Boundless Siphon as well, pushing up to this Expo.
Marauder reporting for duty.
Super Squid, Expo is half health, manages to push BSafe's Marauders away from that base.
Having a little fun with
And BSafe's kind of split right now. He's bleeding Marauders. A few are getting picked off at a time. There is another Hell Drop, stuns another Marauder. One gets taken down. They're not cheap. I mean, it's 300 blue each.
And it looks like BSafe might be kind of out of practice here as Decimus. I mean, it's especially in this matchup, it's almost very easy to read. But it looks like BSafe's trying to play a little bit more defense than being aggressive. But the map is looking very equal right now, and it's just going to come down to these engagements, how both players take it.
We're back.
Our base is under attack. Turret complete. The enemy has targeted us. Finders under attack from enemy vehicles.
Nowhere to run, baby.
Our base is under attack.
Again, guys, I apologize for not being able to cast. I am on Xbox, and all three of the rest of the players, including Liam, are on PC, so I have a huge delay here. I'm like almost 3 minutes behind. I'm literally watching it with the stream, so I apologize for the downtime in casting here. But it looks like BSafe is going to take that series of the quarterfinals and move on to the semifinals here. Game is going to be over. BSafe has won that series 2-1. Now jumping on to semifinals, which is going to turn into a best of 5. Best of 5 series here. But again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the last qualifying cup coming out of Europa Halo World Series here. There is a last seat for a given seat for the winner of today's tournament. If you guys haven't had a chance, go ahead and check out the 2v2 tournament that we just announced today. It's our Autumn Open 2v2 tournament that's going down October 19th. If you'd like to participate, type an exclamation point 2v2 down below. We just finished wrapping up the quarterfinals there. BSafe's going to take that 2-1 against Super. Jump into the let's get a live update on the bracket here, Liam.